ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. O aming Panginoon, ang pagsasama-sama naming ito ay aming inihahandog sa iyo upang ikaw ay pasalamatan. Labis ang aming pasasalamat sa iyong walang hanggang awa at paggalingang patuloy na ipinagkakaloob sa amin. Ang pagtitipong ito ay inilalapit namin sa iyo upang maging instrumento ng pagkakaisa at pagtutulungan. Salain mo ang aming mga isip sa anumang hindi kaaya-aya at kaisipang hindi mabatid. Linisin mo ang aming mga dila sa mapapait na salita at pahayag na makakasakit sa aming kapwa. Dalisayin mo ang aming damdamin na mapagtanim ng galit. Alisin ang hindi banal at nagpapabanal. Pagaanin mo ang aming mga kamay upang sapuhin namin ang mga balikat na may pasan at daupi ng mga palad na nanginginig. Tanggalin mo ang puwing sa aming mga mata nang kami malinawan at makakita sa pananaw at damdamin ng iba. Alisin mo ang mga balakid sa aming mga pandinig upang aming maulinig hindi lamang ang mga tinig, subalit ang nagkukubling hinanaing, hinanakit at kahilingan ng aming mga kasapi. Gawin mong matalas ang aming mga pang-amoy na sanhi ng sigalot at hindi pagkakaunawaan at upang malanghap namin ang samyok ng mababangong pananalita at pagpapahayag. Gabayan mo ang pagtatapos ng pagtitipong ito. Gabayan mo ang aming mga hakbang. Nang matyak naming ang landas na aming tinatahak ay yaong iyong itinakda. Huwag mong hayaang kami ay maglakad ng mag-isa o di kaya'y mga pasadilim at matisod at idapa ng aming kahinaan. Ito ang aming hiling. Ito ang aming pasasalamat. Ito ang aming panalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus na aming Panginoon. Amen.
Pleasant morning to all of you Sacramentians. Welcome to the second day of our Mental Health Awareness webinar, and this time for our high school learners. We would also like to greet our parents and guardians who are here with us today. Magandang umaga mula sa Blessed Sacrament Catholic School. To give us her opening remarks, let me present to you our vibrant and hardworking school principal, Miss Medi L. Sanchez.
There you are. Good morning to everyone, our dear learners, the parents, guardian, my fellow colleague at Blessed Sacrament Catholic School, and RCBNES, headed by our very good Superintendent Director, Reverend Father Albert Endelvo. So I greet you good morning from our place to yours. I hope you are all doing fine, even though we have still this pandemic, and that this pandemic is doing many things for us. A while ago, we were talking with each other, no, dun sa backstage namin dito sa aming webinar na to. Sabi namin, ang dami talagang binago nitong pandemic na to, no? But still, we are here. And it's a good news for our high school pupils, our high school learners, that we have again our very good resource person. Hindi lang siya resource person, no? Is a very good friend of yours, I know. And you are very excited to see her once again, even though it's online and she's far away from you. But she will not be far away, too far away from you, but she'll be near via the internet or via online. No? That's why this morning we have prepared for you a very good talk, an interesting sharing of our guidance facilitator for you to be helped and also for you to have a something to bring with you every day, no? Something to remind you that every day is a blessing. No? Every day is a blessing that when we wake up, we don't have COVID, we are not infected, we are blessed. No? So this morning we are blessed to have these people around us, our parents, our teachers, our guidance facilitator, and also our friends with us because we have our classmates to help us go through with this pandemic. So without further ado, no, let's all welcome our resource person. No? So to help us go through with this pandemic. Hindi lang yung mga bata ang nagbe-benefit, no? Kahapon, 'di ba? Kahapon yung mga batang maliliit natin ang kanyang kinausap at nakausap, no? Very exciting yung activity natin kahapon. It's some kind of workshop, no? Nagkaroon kayo ng interaction with yourself, not only with yourself but with your other classmates and friends, no? So this morning it's the time for our grade 7 to grade 12 learners. So we will discuss many things and also we will also share many things to you. So with that, I welcome you and I bid good morning and I wish you all the best and hopefully this session will help us as we struggle and as we not only struggle but we fight this COVID through this sharing of our guidance facilitator. So sabi nga ni Ma'am kanina, si Ma'am Chris, sabi, Ma'am, magpo-promote po ba kayo? Ano ba ipo-promote ko? Yung aking album? Hindi. Okay. So magpo-promote ako ng ano. So we have another activity coming this coming August 19 and 21. For August 19, we'll have our online, no, di ba? Online meeting the avance of our SCB. And on the 21st, we will divide the house. We will vote for our officers of the new set of officers of our SCB. So I bid good luck to those candidates, no? Dalawang groups. Forever, yung isa ay, sorry ha, ano ba yun? One. Okay, yes. So thank you very much and good morning.
Thank you, Ma'am Medi, for your warm and inspiring message to all of us. May we remind you that after the talk of Ma'am Jocelyn, we will have a question and answer portion. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask to our guidance facilitator, kindly send them to your advisors in your private Facebook group. So you just need to comment to the link that your advisor will provide you today or have provided you today, and then write there your questions so that your advisors can give them to us later. So again, it is my honor to present to you our speaker for today. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Science, major in Psychology at the University of Santo Tomas in 2011. She was also one of the top 10 in the psychometrician licensure examination in 2018. At the moment, she is taking her master's degree in counseling at the National Teachers College. She is a dedicated church servant and leader, a loving and caring mother, a wonderful friend, and a very competent colleague. Once again, let me present to you the guidance facilitator of Blessed Sacrament Catholic School, Miss Rolinda Josine Agustin Mercado.
Hello everyone, good morning my dear Sacramentians. I would like to welcome you all to this mental health and psychosocial support program brought to you by Blessed Sacrament Catholic School and of course the Center for Guidance Services. So to start this presentation, allow me to share my screen. My name is Miss Josine Mercado. So, I am a guidance counselor. Sa mga matagal ng students ng BSCS, siguro kilala nyo na ako. Sana kilala nyo pa rin ako. And sa mga new students of BSCS, this would be the first time for you to meet me. I am Miss Josine. And again, I'm a guidance counselor. I'm going to give you a very short presentation about mental health and psychosocial support. So, before anything else, allow me to ask you this very important question. Kamusta ka na? Kamusta na ba kayo? Ayan, napaka-importante ng katanungan na ito, no? Sana natatanong ka palagi kung kamusta ka na. At ikaw din mismo, natatanong mo din yung mga importanteng tao sa buhay mo, ang iyong mga magulang, kapatid at mga kaibigan. Kamusta na ba sila? Bakit napaka-importante ng tanong na to? Because currently, we are facing and fighting a crisis. We are facing and fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. And bakit nga ba natin kailangan magkamustahan? Bakit natin kailangan gawin itong mental health and psychosocial support program? Because of 3 things. Allow me to give you 3 reasons. First is, there would be changes and adjustments needed to be done. For one thing, we are now staying at home for 5 months already. Dati, hindi pa natin alam yung social distancing, yan, lockdown, quarantines, 'di ba? Nababasa lang natin yan, perhaps, in the books, 'di ba? Pero right now, we are currently experiencing it, 'di ba? And another thing is your online classes. Before, we are doing our classes in a face-to-face manner. Pumapasok kayo sa school, and then there is physical interaction between you and your teachers. But right now, for the upcoming school year, what you're going to do are online classes. Diba? So, there would be changes and adjustments for every one of us. Second reason is that it will be definitely difficult, not just for you, but for everybody. It's a difficult process for you, for your parents, and alam nyo ba, for your teachers as well. As we all adjust to the new situation or yung sinasabi nga nila na new normal, di ba? It is a process and it can be difficult. And the third reason is that negative feelings will get into us. So, katulad nga ng sinabi ko, there would be difficulties and challenges and there is a big possibility na talagang maaapektuhan tayo ng mga negative feelings na nararamdaman natin. 'Di ba? Sa mga nakaraang araw nga na nagsistay tayo sa bahay, it is possible that you're feeling anxious and also you're scared of the virus na baka magkaroon ka ng or mahawa ka ng virus, 'di ba? So it will definitely affect your mental and emotional health. So, let's start the discussion about mental health. So, the most basic way on how to explain this one is to, of course, present you its definition. So, as per the Philippine Mental Health Law, mental health is defined as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes one's own abilities and potentials, copes adequately with the normal stresses of life, displays resilience in the face of extreme life events, works productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a positive contribution to the community. What I really like about this definition is that it has 4 parts or 4 aspects. The first aspect is the personal aspect. So, sabi dyan, if you have good mental health, alam mo, you are aware, alam mo kung ano yung mga kaya mong gawin. On the other hand, you also know your weaknesses. You know your abilities and you know your potentials. And also, you know the things or the things about yourself that you need to improve. The second aspect is the emotional part. So, if you have good mental health, you can cope adequately with the stresses of life. Normal stresses of life. So, andyan yung alam mo kung ano yung mga abilities mo, alam mo saan ka magaling, alam mo saan yung kailangan mong i-improve, and kaya mong mag-cope up dun sa mga stress na nararamdaman mo, difficulties and challenges na pinagdadaanan mo. And the third and fourth part of this definition is the social aspect. So, dahil alam mo kung saan ka magaling, alam mo kung ano yung mga kaya mong gawin, at kaya mo ding mag-cope up sa mga difficulties and challenges na nararamdaman mo or nararanasan mo, you can and you are able to work productively and fruitfully. And in the end, the result is that you are able to make a positive contribution to the society and, of course, to your community. I just would like to point out another good thing about this definition is that it's showing us na kasama sa buhay yung mga normal stresses of life. So, hindi ibig sabihin na may good mental health is lagi kang masaya, 'di ba? Laging positive. Walang ganon sa good mental health. When we say good mental health, you are aware and you are able to cope up with the stresses in life that you are experiencing. Okay, it's very important to know and to remember that always. Okay? And another beautiful thing to point out with the definition of mental health is resilience. So, alam ko madalas nyo na itong naririnig. Pero ano nga ba ang resilience? This is the ability to recover from setbacks, adapt well to changes, and to keep going in the face of adversity. So we emerge stronger, wiser, and more able. So a good indicator of good mental health is resilience. So that's the ability to bounce back. So kahit may mga difficulties and challenges and problems, ayan, kaya pa rin natin bumangon. 'Di ba? Kapag nadapa tayo, nagkamali tayo, ayan, kaya nating bumangon at kaya nating i-improve yung ating mga sarili. In short, or in layman's term, nagmahal, nasaktan, at nag-selfie. 'Di ba? So, kahit may problema, ayan, kaya pa rin nating mag-selfie or kaya pa rin nating mag-improve. And ayun nga, sinasabi nila na ang mga Pilipino daw, yan, likas sa atin na maging resilient, 'di ba? And in this illustration, yan, kahit bahang-baha na, yan, ngiti pa din tayong mga Pilipino. Ito naman from the Bible, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 9, persecuted but not forsaken, struck down but not destroyed. So I just would like to point this out as well. Okay? Sana, my dear Sacramentians, my dear students, alam natin yung difference between mental health condition and psychosocial problem. Kasi ito yung mga, madalas kong nakikita, madalas kong nababasa. 'Di ba? Minsan tayo din nalalagay natin yung sa status natin or nasasabi natin na ay ako depressed na ako, ay ako anxious na ako, 'di ba? Pero you know what, my dear students, there's a difference between the mental health condition and psychosocial problem. So tignan natin, pag sinabi nating mental health condition, this is a neurologic or psychiatric condition characterized by the existence of a recognizable, clinically significant disturbance in an individual's cognition, emotional regulation, and or mental functioning. So, when we say mental health condition, ito na po yung talagang clinically diagnosed na may mental health disorder or mental health condition. So, talagang ito yung mga tao na na clinically depressed, 'di ba? Clinically may bipolar condition, ayan, may mga iba't ibang disorders. Ano naman yung psychosocial problem? So, this indicates the existence of dysfunctions in a person's behavior, thoughts, and feelings brought about by sudden, extreme, prolonged, or cumulative stressors in the physical or social environment. So, when we say psychosocial problem, ito yung nararanasan natin na dysfunction in a person's behavior, or sabihin natin may prolonged stressor ka. For example, sobrang lungkot mo kasi nag-break up kayo ng significant other mo, 'di ba? So there is a psychosocial problem. So ito 'yun, my dear students. Why do I have to point that out? Kasi madalas sinasabi natin na depressed tayo agad-agad, 'di ba? Or sinasabi na natin agad na bipolar tayo agad-agad. Pero I just would like to reiterate that there's a difference between mental health condition and psychosocial problem. Huwag sana tayo mag-label sa nararamdaman natin as a mental health condition without the diagnosis of a psychologist or psychiatrist. So, students, if you are, sabihin natin, feeling not good, at medyo matagal na yang dinadala mo, nag-take na weeks or months na yang dinadala mo, hindi ka na makakain, makatulog ng maayos, I think it's a very, it's a sign already that you go to a psychologist or psychiatrist para at least malaman kung meron ka ba talagang mental health condition, or kung wala ka naman or kung hindi ka naman ma-diagnose, at least matulungan ka ng isang counselor, for example, para matulungan ka na ma-handle or matulungan ka na ma-cope up yung psychosocial problem na pinagdadaanan mo. So, siguro tinatanong nyo, how does it affect me? Bakit nga ba natin to kailangang pag-usapan? Ayan, kayo pong mga students, my dear high school Sacramentians, kayo ay under the Generation Z. And sabi nila, ang Gen Z daw ay connected yet isolated, savvy, but anxious. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? There is actually a study that shows that your generation have the highest risk of having a mental and emotional problem. At bakit nga ba? These are some examples. FOMO. Alam nyo ba yan? I know you know this term, the FOMO or fear of missing out. So, madalas, 'di ba? Gusto nyo lagi kayong in, gusto nyo lagi kayong belong. Pag nakaka-experience kayo ng missing out, ayan, dyan na nagsisimula yung mental and emotional problem. Another reason is you are overanalyzing, you tend to overanalyze, and you are very competitive. So lagi nyong nako-compare yung sarili nyo, ano ba yung cellphone na meron siya, ano ba yung gadget or iPad na gagamitin niya for this online class. Ayan, and ito pa, nag-overthink ang mga Gen Z. Totoo ba yun? In your case? Sige. And next reason, sabi sa study, you are idealistic and have high expectations. So, dahil nga, you have the tendency to compare yourselves, 'di ba? You have high expectations na gusto nyo, you have specific aspirations or expectations sa mga bagay-bagay. At kapag hindi nyo nakukuha agad-agad yung mga expectations and aspirations na yon, ayan, possible na magkaroon ng mental and emotional problem. And last one is there is social media envy. So, 'di ba? Kadalasan kung ano yung nakikita natin sa Instagram or sa Twitter, 'di ba? Minsan gusto rin nating magkaroon ng ganon, or minsan imbes na, or pag nakakakita tayo ng magandang bagay, 'di ba? Nako-compare natin sa kung ano yung meron tayo. And pag hindi na meet yung expectations na yon, ayun, minsan nagko-cause talaga siya ng emotional problem. So, ganun-ganun na lang ba yun, Miss Josine? What can we do now? So, this is the most important question. Ano ba ang pwede nating gawin? So, actually, there is a study by Polizzi and colleagues. Ayan, they found out that people fared better when they embraced activities that establish control, connection, and coherence. So, I just would like to stress or focus on this part of my presentation. Kasi ito na yung mga pwede nating gawin on how to cope up, most especially during this time that we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic. So, ano nga ba itong control, connection, and coherence? So, let's just discuss one by one. So, first is control. So, we have to plan our daily activities. When we say control, di ba, we take charge of anything or of things that we can control. Kasi, di ba, during this COVID-19 pandemic, napaka-uncertain ng mga bagay-bagay. Di ba? Nung una nga, nasa ECQ tayo, then MECQ, and then naging GCQ. Sino bang nakahula or nakaisip na babalik tayo ulit sa MECQ? So, it's very uncertain. And also, the vaccine, napaka-unsure or uncertain kailan ba lalabas yung vaccine na yan, di ba? So, napakadami ng mga hindi natin kontrolado sa panahon na to. Pero, I just would like to remind you that there are still things that you can control. At eto nga yung daily activities mo. Ano ba yung mga kaya mong kontrolin, okay, on your daily activities, so that at least you can still take charge of your life. So, second aspect or second thing is connection. So, with connection, we're going to build your support system. So, we're going to identify and enrich your relationships, your key relationships. And third is coherence. So, what we're going to do with this part is we're going to build or develop your self-care plan. So, are you excited? I actually provided a worksheet. I'm hoping that you have the worksheet right now. So, please open that. It's a Word document. So, I'm just going to lead you through the worksheet. Okay, so please open that worksheet. And please, as you work on this activity, please keep on listening to this live online video. Okay, are you ready? So, first is control. So, this is the worksheet for the control. So, ano pa yung gagawin natin dyan? You have to write down a plan for your daily activities that will help you manage your new normal. So, you have to think of your morning routines, afternoon routines, nighttime routines, and weekend routines. So, pag sinabi nating routines, ito yung mga scheduled activities na kailangan mong gawin on a daily basis. So, when we say, for example, sa morning routines, so, anong mga dapat mong gawin? Pray, fix your bed, have a breakfast, so, take a bath, of course, bago mag-start yung online class nyo. Ayan. How about in the afternoon? Ano yung mga routines mo during the afternoon? Siguro, take a nap Or in the afternoon routine din, pwede mong ilagay yung paggawa ng mga homeworks or assignments mo. In the nighttime routines naman, ayan, dyan naman siguro yung family prayer, or sabihin natin Netflix with the family, 'di ba? Or ikaw kung nagjo-journal ka at night, ayan, ano yung mga pwede mong mga routines during the evening na pwede mong isulat dyan. And of course, weekend naman is ano yung mga activities na dapat mong gawin or pwede mong gawin during the weekends. Of course, sana during the weekends, mas focus ka na sa pagre-relax, pagre-rest, and having fun. Ayan, syempre, kasi during the weekends, your focus is of course your online classes. But during the weekends naman, sana it's a time for rest and relaxation. So, second worksheet is the connection. So, again, this is about the social and interpersonal coping techniques and building your relationships, because relationships can be considered as a lifeline. So, napaka-importante ng relationships during this COVID-19 pandemic. 'Di ba? Bakit ko nasabi yon? Sabi nga 'di ba sa news nakikita natin, physical distancing lang dapat, hindi social distancing. Ano bang pagkakaiba nun? When we say physical distancing, ito yung we maintain the 1 to 2 meters apart, 'di ba? Para hindi magkahawaan ng virus. But hindi pwedeng social distancing. Kasi pag sinabi nating social distancing, ito na yung isolation. And right now, we don't really encourage isolation na hindi ka makikipag-usap, hindi ka makikipag-socialize. Dapat ito yung panahon na mas nagre-reach out ka sa iyong parents, sa iyong mga kapatid, sa iyong mga friends, and of course, dapat mag-reach out ka to your teachers. So, katulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, we are all experiencing adjustments and difficulties. Most especially with the online class. This will be the first time that we're going to do online classes every day. So, don't be shy in reaching out or communicating with your teachers. So, in this worksheet, you have to think of coping skills that you can do with the significant persons in your life, and then write them down on the appropriate box. For example, with your parents, ano ba yung mga coping skills na pwede mong gawin with your parents? For example, what I can think of is being grateful, 'di ba? So saying thank you and I love you every day to your parents. 'Di ba? That's a coping skill for you to feel better or to feel happy. Ano pa? Writing down a letter or a thank you card. How about your siblings? Ano naman yung mga coping skills na pwede mong gawin together with your siblings? Siguro pwede pursue a similar interest. For example, baking together. 'Di ba? Ayan, ngayong pandemic na stay at home tayo, alam ko madami tayong natutunan ng mga recipes, and you can do that with your siblings. And another example for your friends, ano ba, ay yung Netflix party with your friends. Alam ko may ganong application na pwede nyong sabay-sabay mapanood ng isang Netflix movie, 'di ba, with your friends. So that's a coping skill. Okay? And thirdly, coherence. So, we're going to focus on self-care when we talk about coherence. And in your worksheet, there are 5 aspects of self-care. So, first is the grounding techniques. So, this should include activities that will help you have a calm mind by focusing on the sensations around you. So, example, get a massage, breathe in fresh air, take a hot shower or warm bath, listen to music. So, the key here with the sensory or grounding techniques, ano yung mga activities na magta-touch sa senses mo. Okay, so write them down. Kailangan personalize ito ha. For example, mahilig kang makinig sa music, 'di ba? Pero hindi ka naman mahilig mag-exercise or hindi ka naman mahilig sa massage, 'di ba? So ang ilalagay mo is yung mga personally appealing to you, okay? So, second aspect is the physical self-care. So, this would be the coping strategies that will fuel your body and also how much sleep you're getting, how much physical activity you are doing, and how well you're caring for your physical needs. So that, for example, dancing, bike ride, taking a nap. So, it's all about physical self-care. Okay? Next aspect is the mental self-care. Ano naman yung mga pwede mong gawin for your mind? So, this will be activities that will keep your mind sharp, like puzzles, or learning about a subject that fascinates you. So, for example, reading a book, answering a puzzle, okay, or journaling, writing down, 'di ba, how you feel. Fourth aspect is the emotional self-care. So, this will include the activities that will help you acknowledge and express your feelings on a regular basis. So, when we say emotional self-care, this will be self-care that will focus on your feelings and emotions. Okay? And last aspect is the spiritual self-care. So, ito naman yung mga activities that will allow you to get in touch with your values or what really matters to you, as well as activities that will help you develop a deeper sense of meaning, understanding, or connection with the universe or with God. 'Di ba? For example, praying. So, that's a spiritual self-care. So, sana reflect on these things. Okay? And isulat niyan dyan sa worksheet. Okay? So again, just a recap, this is what we're going to do now. First is control. Write down or develop a plan of your daily activities. Second is connection. Build a support system and relationships. And third is coherence or make a self-care plan. So just to conclude this presentation, allow me to show you a video.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
So, welcome back. Ang ganda ng video, no? Sana na-inspire tayo dun sa, it's a real life scenario, yung video na yun. Totoo siyang nangyari during the Olympics. So, napakita din sa video na may mga bagay talaga na hindi inaasahan. 'Di ba? Katulad ng nangyari sa atin ngayon during the COVID-19 pandemic. Nobody anticipated this crisis, this pandemic. Hindi natin inaasahan, pero nangyari. Before, kaya natin mag-travel, kaya natin kumain sa labas, kaya nating yakapin yung mga kaibigan, mga classmates natin. But right now, we are confined inside our homes. Even our studies na bago. 'Di ba? Online classes na yung ginagawa natin ngayon. Hindi natin to inaasahan. And it surely brings difficulties and challenges. Pero katulad din sa nakita natin sa video, if we have the willingness to not give up, 'di ba? Kaya din nating tapusin yung race. And isa pang maganda din sa video na pwede rin nating ma-realize right in our situation right now is that may mga tao na willing ding tumulong sa atin. May mga tao na willing ding samahan tayo sa ating journey. So please don't hesitate to communicate with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, and with your teachers. If ever you are feeling bad right now, you're feeling anxious, or sabihin natin, may hindi ka magandang nararamdaman, 'di ba? Don't be shy in reaching out. Kasi nandito kami para tulungan ka at para samahan ka. Okay? So, maraming salamat for patiently listening to me. Na-miss ko kayong lahat, my dear Sacramentians. I hope that you enjoyed this very short presentation and you learned a lot. And sana yung mga natutunan nyo ay ma-apply nyo for the upcoming school year. Because yes, this will be difficult and challenging. But you can do this. Okay? So, if you have any questions, here's my email address. Pwede nyo akong i-email or you can also reach out to your class advisors if ever na.
Very much, Ma'am Josine, for imparting with us your knowledge and guidance. At this point, we will have the question and answer portion. So may we introduce to you our speaker, our guidance facilitator, Ma'am Josine. Hello po, Ma'am Josine. Good morning.
Hello, Ma'am Chris. Good morning. Good morning, Sacramentians.
Ayan. So si Ma'am Josine, she's ready to answer some of our questions regarding mental health awareness. So we have received a few questions that I think may be applicable for everyone to know. So Ma'am Josine, one of the first questions is because perhaps this is rampant nowadays, no? Kasi sabi nga po ng mental health advocates natin ngayon na nagtaas yung kaso ng mga anxious and depressed this pandemic. So one of the questions is, ano po ba ang dapat gawin kapag feeling po namin ay nade-depress na po kami?
Ayan, okay. Thank you for that question, Miss Chris, and salamat sa high school student na nagtanong. But first of all, medyo sorry lang kapag may mga background ako na mga kapatid ko kasi maingay sa background. So, baka narinig niyo. Anyway, ayan, I know this would be the most, sabihin natin, frequently asked question pagdating sa mental health kasi madami talaga na mga teenagers ang nakakaranas ngayon, hindi lang ng depression, but also anxiety. 'Di ba? So, I know marami na rin siguro kayo nabasa, ganyan, about these topics. Pero siguro number one is you have to seek professional help. Ako yun talaga, of course, bilang isang mental health advocate, yun talaga yung pinakauna kong una kong gustong sabihin or i i-remind sa inyo that if you're not feeling good, meron talaga kayong na-experience na, ayan, feeling nyo nade-depress kayo, ayan, kumbaga may depressed mood kayo. And ito yung mga students, kung yung depressed mood na yon ay naglalast na siya, sabihin natin, for 2 weeks, ayan, isang, ano kasi siya, indicator na siya, trusted adult, 'di ba? Pwede siyang class advisor nyo, pwede siyang sister mo na pinagkakatiwalaan mo, your guidance counselor, your any teacher actually, your parents, 'di ba? Most especially yan yung closest sa iyo, 'di ba? Pero pinakamaganda talaga is you have to seek help. And then secondly, if you're feeling not good, isa pa sa mga pinaka-advisable talaga is pursue a passion or hobby. Kasi minsan nakaka-feel tayo ng demotivation or discouragement pag hindi tayo active. Pag kunwari, kung napapansin nyo, mas nafe-feel nga natin to ngayon during quarantine kasi naka-stay lang tayo sa bahay. Ang ginagawa lang natin madalas, nag-internet, scroll lang ng scroll. Minsan, 'di ba, mindless scrolling nga yung tawag. Hindi nagiging active yung natin, yung isip natin, saka yung katawan natin. So, what I can advise is pursue a hobby. Isipin mo, balikan mo, ano ba yung mga yung energy mo. Talagang magda-down yung spirit mo, talagang kasi idle ka. Wala kang sabihin nating yes, you really have to take care of your body. Okay? Ano ibig ko sabihin doon? Self-care na naman ba? Kasi actually, that's the basic of mental health yung pag-aalaga sa sarili. And hindi ko lang ibig sabihin na na parang regaluhan mo yung sarili mo. Actually, kasi minsan kaya tayo nalulung or parang gano'n, may feeling of depression kasi hindi tayo nakakakuha ng right nutrients. Hindi tayo kumakulog na lang yung mga tao, mga madaling araw na, pero that's not good. 'Diba? So, balik tayo sa basics. You really have to take care of yourself. Eating a balanced diet, having 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Hydration is also help. Second is yung sa passion or yung hobbies. And third is to take care of yourself. Okay? Yun lang siguro sa ngayon.
Thank you, Ma'am Josine. Oo nga, no, kaninang morning, may nabasa akong news na parang may sinabi na we have to tap the artist in us this pandemic, no?
Mm-mm.
So, yun yung pag-pursue ng mga hobbies or passion, pwede siya. Thank you po dun sa sagot na yun. And I think maraming nalinawan na students, no? Another question, Ma'am Josine. How can we know if our friend needs professional help already? So, paano naman si classmate na napapansin na niya na si friend pala niya nagkakaganito na, ano po ba ang dapat niyang gawin?
Mm-mm. Sige. Ako, first of all, I would like to congratulate you because you're iba na parang occupied sa sarili, parang ganon. Pero ikaw nakakatuwa ka kasi you have the concern and you have the sensitivity kasi kailangan